Welcome back, everybody, to Church Insider. This is episode 3 of Book Talk. It's been a while since the last one, and so we're going to update you on some books, and the main focus is going to be about a book that will be coming out very, very soon. So, that book is Behind the Mask, which has been worked on for a very long time, and is probably the most anticipated book that has been created in the New Society. And I have the manuscript right here, which means it's technically not the final copy, but it's going to be very close to this. So I'm not going to break down everything that's in it, but I will give you some hints, I guess, as to what's in it, because this is fairly expensive, 1,000 cc. I guess it's not a ton, but for a book, it's quite a bit. So I'm not just going to tell you everything about it, but chapter 1, first of all, there's 6 chapters. Chapter 1 is called Theories, and in this chapter, I go into talking about theories, and this one is written by me. Chapter 2, The Beginning. This talks about how strong silence became, and this is also written by me. Chapter 3, My Part. My part is in Strong Silence. Strong Silence wrote this chapter. And so that's the first real chapter in this book that he's written. And it's pretty good. So it talks about how he was a part of the Gold Wars and other stuff too. Chapter 4, You Know Who. Who is You Know Who? Will you find out in this book? Maybe you will. Chapter 5, Not Knowing. This is written by Strong Silence. This is probably my favorite chapter. It's very cool to see his perspective, and you can tell his knowledge based on his writing here. And chapter 6 is very short, and it is entitled One Last Thing, which I will leave at that. I'm not going to say anything more about that. On the note of the publisher race, because last book talk, we talked about, the publishing battle, and right now Hogwriter Inc. is really strongly winning that. They got this book, and they're looking at taking Behind the Mask 2 as well, and Secrets of the Gold War Volume 3. And Church Insider isn't putting up too much of a fight for a couple of reasons. One, we're shelling out a lot of money to other things. And 2, they're only a publishing company, so, we kind of want to help them a little bit. So, we've done that. And, so yeah, that is that. I'll go into Behind the Mask 2 in a second. But yeah, I'm just going to briefly mention some other books that I mentioned last time and just probably haven't heard any more about. Secrets of the Gold War Volume 3. There is no release date for that, and there may never be a release date for that. We've started one, but it's not nearly enough to publish. And so that's all depending on whether the Gold Wars start up again. That's entirely based on that. But if there are Gold Wars, there will be one, and when those Gold Wars end, we will have one roughly a month or 2 later. So that's how it's going to work. So possibly there will be another one. Secrets of the Gold Wars Exposed. Probably is going to happen, but this is more important right now. Origins is way back there. I don't see it happening. It's a lot of work, and I don't know, maybe one day, but not anytime soon. Israel's book, in the interviews, which will be coming out in a couple weeks, he mentions his book, and I asked him a question about that, so I'm just going to leave you to wait for that. And but Strong Silence was working on a book called Manipulation War, What I Have Learned, and he is seriously considering stopping that project because of this series right here. This series takes up a lot of time, Behind the Mask series, and for other reasons which you will find out when you read Behind the Mask. So Behind the Mask will be coming out July 2nd, which is my birthday. And so yeah, that'll be cool. And it's honestly my favorite book that's been published by either Church Insider or Hogwriter Inc. And so yeah, it's really good. And now, Behind the Mask 2. In the last book talk, you heard that we got the okay for Behind the Mask 2, and we have started to work on it. And I'm not at liberty to share much with you about it because, it's gonna be really good, and the first one's not even out yet. But chapter 1 is entitled Yes, Another One. Now, clearly, it's just as it sounds. Yes, we're doing another book, which you guys already know. And so I am allowed to read you this first little paragraph right here. I don't know. It doesn't tell you much. It kind of gives an overview of what the book's about, and I think it'll intrigue you because I don't know, it's good. So I'm just gonna read it. That's right. We're back with another installment of Behind the Mask. In this book, we are going to reveal more secrets than we ever have before, and that is extremely true. This one, I think, even though we're only on chapter 2, might have more than this. It's packed full. This will be filled with some shocking stories and some unexpected twists. Of course, all of what is written is fact and has not been manipulated in any way, just like the Gold Wars were. There are lots of unknowns in the Gold Wars, and in this book we are going to figure them out. But not only are we going to do that, we're also, in a sense, going to change history. So that is the opening paragraph of chapter 1, Behind the Mask 2. And it's going to be phenomenal. It's really, really, really good. So yeah, I don't know when it's going to come out, but we're working on it a lot because we love it so much. And a lot of stuff that, I don't necessarily want to share all of it, but I know you guys want to know it, so I've revealed some stuff. Interviews. I know I already mentioned that once in this video, but they are going to be really good. I've filmed a bunch of them now, and they are very intriguing, and they're really, really good. Especially the interview where Israel gets a chance to interview me is really good. And, he gets some questions answered, some hints dropped, and things like that. So I know some of you will pick up on some hints, some clues, and things like that. Others maybe not, but I think it'll still be enjoyable. So yeah, that is Book Talk 3. And I hope you enjoyed it. Behind the Mask, coming out July 2nd. And, with this social distancing thing, if you can't come and see me to get it, that's okay. We can mail it out to you as long as you are okay with that. But yeah, that'll be coming out. As far as the summer series go, I will leave that for another overview. There are some stuff going on with that, and that will be overview 21. And that will be coming very soon. Usually we try to do a video either every week or every other week. And this one will be coming a couple days after this one is posted. So just watch for that one because there's some news that you should be caught up on. Yeah, thank you for watching.